Hi, Joey Pingu here, recording this in post. Today we're gonna be running Couriway's old 1.14 record. Hope y'all enjoy it. There might be some audio issues, but it's my basically my first time doing anything like this, so any feedback would be appreciated. Yeah, hope y'all enjoy the video. Today I'm answering one of the questions that I get asked most often in my streams, which is what is the theoretical limit for 1.14 speedrunning? Most people are believing in, sub 10 1.16, maybe. People think maybe sub 11 is more realistic, but 1.14, you don't have as many runners. It's not as popular, so people don't have a general idea where the category will go. And I picked out this seed to show that. So, to some of you, this seed might be a bit familiar. It's actually Couriway's former world record seed. A record that isn't talked about very much. It's the first sub 21, 2045 RTA, or IGT, I mean. And the thing about this run is that he spawns on an island, which, a couple months ago, when we were doing classic 1.14, would be like kind of eh. But nowadays, with pirate strats and all that, it's a very nice spawn. Right off the bat, you can see me riding this shipwreck. I think my crafting table maybe? Maybe that was a different time. Anyway, you can see I'm going straight for that shipwreck, and that shipwreck has 6 emeralds and a good amount of iron. So in 1.16, you typically need 7 iron, minimum for an iron pick, bucket, FNS. In 1.14, it's pretty much the same, although you can see I make iron tools. In general, in pirate strats, you loot a lot of shipwrecks, meaning you'll get a ton of iron. So you have the room to make iron tools, even iron armor maybe. Throw in an iron pressure plate, an iron door, and trapdoor while you're at it. Anyway, right away, we're entering this monument, getting the gold. And you might be wondering, well, Doi Pingu, why don't you have milk? Or why aren't you using 2RD or 2 render distance? Because this monument is actually in spawn chunks, which was really annoying to reset for, because like every other run I just get donged and I have to reset, but it's only 2 minutes into the run, so not the biggest deal, but kind of annoying. You can see a desert village on the coast, and in a real run, I might go for that, hostage strats, where you can take a villager with you, hopefully get close to the stronghold. But on this seed, when I was routing it, I realized, wait, this ocean is kind of garbage. If you look at Couriway's run, he goes through a lot of land, and that's just how the seed is. On most good pirate strat seed, you want a lot of ocean, so you can get shipwrecks, you can get magma ravines, but on this seed, the ocean just kind of ends, so we have to run a lot. Still a very cool seed though. You can see I get some iron. I don't use that iron. I was just messing around. Anyway, trying to grab a cod for the meme, but it doesn't cooperate. Anyway, this terrain might look slightly familiar if you're used to its run, which a lot of people kind of forget about. His 14-minute time is the one that's more talked about, because it brought Bash in more into public view. But anyway, I digress. Path to land, why not? So we're heading over here. Couriway did use this part of the seed in his run. Because in Classic, back when that was the meta, you needed a temple, and a desert village would be very good too, because shipwrecks weren't very common. But you can see I go for 2 beds, and I open that chest. Kind of funny actually, village loot is randomized, so I was hoping for maybe some extra emeralds, but I don't really need them. I fumble with the portal a bit here, don't mind this. That's me dumb. Yeah, so normally in Pirate you go for a magma ravine, but in this run, there's a level pool here, why not use it, right? Couriway goes for the temple, because you need it in Classic. But we don't really need it. And a 4-minute entry, so pretty good. Nothing crazy, but we already have beds, which is nice. And you can see I just completely ignore this fortress, which Couriway goes for in this record. And you'd be wondering, why are you stupid? And oh look, turn the corner, there's another one. In a real run, no one would ever go here. This is idiotic, because you see a fortress, you go straight for it. But in a set stage, we can do fun stuff like this. And you'll see that the spawner right here is much closer than the one that Couriway gets, so that's nice. And we're 1-for-1 on blazes, and I blaze bed, which is what I got this bed's blaze bed. But you see I got 2 instead of 1 because you need one to sleep. In 1.14, you gotta sleep as soon as you can to get optimum trading time, which in a set seed run like this is very important. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, 5-minute lag. Yes, everyone's favorite. You can see it's getting a bit chaotic. There's 4 blazes in here. I'm kind of monka-essing, but that's what happens when you blaze bed. After going to 1.7 and dealing with those guys, the dudes don't feel as bad. So, I think I handled them pretty well. Fumble a bit, but didn't get it really. So. Yeah, blaze bedding in enclosed areas, enclosed spawners, also known as closed spawners, is very nice. Because, the blazes, they can't really travel much. If you're in an open spawner, the blazes fly everywhere, it's a mess, you can't reach them, and you normally die. Anyway, so we're gonna mine up the spawner even more for more blazes. Because it's 1.14, I need a brewing stand. In the village Couriway goes to, he gets the brewing stand. And we don't actually need one. I think another interesting thing about this run is that it's not, like, even a great seed. The blaze spawner is pretty close, but, it's not a double spawner or anything crazy. You would still need good drops. And I get 6 rods here, and I'm like, bruh. I decided to play it out anyway. And, it's a pretty good seed. If I left the nether at the time I leave in this scouted seed in a real run, I would be really happy, especially with 20 emeralds and 8 gold blocks, because you need 22 for 12 pearls. I get my 7th rod, I don't know why I go for that guy. And we're leaving. But anyway, the thing is that, this isn't even a crazy seed, but I still get a really nice time. And I think that's the nice thing about 1.14, is that, second day trading is determined by your sleep cycle. So if you're at a village at 7 minutes with all your stuff versus, 9 minutes with all your stuff, in the end it doesn't really matter. So even like an okay seed like this seed can still be very fast if you get your stronghold close to your village, which is what happens, and you'll see how that works out for us. Yeah, I mentioned that we're not going to the village Couriway uses. If you look back at this run, he actually spends a decent amount of time traveling from his village to the stronghold. And that's obviously unoptimal, and, you don't really want to do that. That's basically the entirety of what separates a good 1.14 run from a bad run. Anyone can get like a 13-minute village leave, but once you get a far stronghold versus like a close one, your village leave is like kind of I'd rather get like a 15-minute leave right on top of the stronghold than a 13-minute one with like a 2k strong. So yeah, now we're just gonna run. And this seed, I said it's not even that good, and this is one of the main reasons, because I just have to run all the way over to the stronghold. It's like over 2k blocks out from spawn, which is pretty garbage considering you could get like roughly 1,000 blocks out from spawn. But anyway, we have time to kill anyway, as I mentioned. As long as I get in the village at a decent time, we still got a run going. And I really like that about this category. In 1.16, if you blind at like a late time, you can technically still get a god run with close stronghold, but there's not really any catch-up time. 1.14, you can see a bad run go to a god run. You still need, like, when I say a bad run, you still need decent pace. But anyway, that's why I like 1.14. So we're gonna keep running. Yeah, I think we cross an ocean here. Okay, I forget to eat. I'm fumbling around. So the normal sleep time, or not the normal sleep time, the earliest time you can sleep in Minecraft is 10 minutes and 27 seconds. And, I don't really know exactly when that is because 5-minute lag has offset my time. But I know, once 10-minute lag hits, I have roughly 30 seconds before I can sleep. So I'm looking for that. Another thing about this run is that because we're traveling over land and not ocean, I can damage boost during the 5-minute lag, which is pretty funny to me. But anyway, we're gonna keep running, yep. And yeah, so this run, I talked about people asking me about the theoretical limit. This run kind of addresses that in some ways. Oh, there's our damage boost. And it addresses it in some ways and not so much in others. Because one of the easiest way to get your pearls, or I guess not easy. Puffer fish. I forgot about that. But probably the best way to get your pearls is with an igloo. People have gotten their pearls in first day trading with igloo. Meanwhile, first day trading with monument is pretty difficult to pull off, but igloo, it has been shown. I think that I don't think igloos are completely out of the factor though, but I think that they're more on the unrealistic side. It's kind of like saying we'll see a 1.16 record where someone does classic and gets obby from a chest. Like, it's faster, but your normal route, your bastion, or in this case, your second day monument is still good. So anyway, we're heading over to this village. We completely ignore this village that Couriway used because it's too far from the stronghold. And this village is actually really close to the stronghold. Another good thing about Pirate is that you can basically use any type of village as long as you have at least one villager. So yeah. I don't need this village, I can just run to this desert village. Anyway, back to igloos. People are saying that, you can get a god time with igloo, which is true, but I just don't see it happening realistically because top runners don't get igloos very often. Whereas you see top runners getting monument runs like this basically every day. Maybe not this pace, but, very, very good monument run. Anyway, we're crafting up our gold tools. In a real run, you wouldn't want to do this because it would mean that you're wasting gold, and 2 gold goes to 1 emerald. But in this case, I have emeralds or gold to burn. I actually go for like 8 beds here, which was complete overkill, but I just want to be safe. And going for the beds here is actually, it loses me a bit of time. You'll see why in a sec. But I think that Pirate makes your villages a lot cleaner, but I think a lesson to be taken away from this run is that you should, just try to trade as soon as you can. Okay, you'll see why here in a second, right here. Villager goes glug glug, and I miss a restock. So with Pirate, you need your villager to restock twice to trade all of your 72 gold, or more if you have, or if you have more, then you'll need to, probably at least 1 more restock. But anyway, you can see I'm just waiting there. So if I had put my ring stand down a bit earlier, I could have saved all this time. Oh, I actually get 1/3. I forgot about that. Yeah, I didn't want to reset for being 1/3, so you'll see I just put a data pack in. But I got 1/3 like a ridiculous amount of times on this run. I think I got to trading 6 times, and I got 1/3 like 4, something like that. So I got 2/3. Anyway, take that data pack. That's from the 1.14 turn, if you were wondering. And we got our pearls, and we're heading over to a stronghold. And yeah, this stronghold is crazy close. And right here. And that's all the stronghold distance, which is unbelievable to me that like this seed that Couriway generated had so much godlike potential. For Pirate, and we didn't even know. But it's unrealistic. If this were a real Pirate run, you wouldn't have ran out all the way over here. Anyway, this seed is godly though. We're entering the end sub 14 in-game time, which is just bonkers. Like leaving trading sub 14 is like good pace for your 1.14 runner. Anyway, I'm getting ready for this one cycle. This dragon, it's a pretty nice perch. Nothing crazy, but it's a nice perch. And yeah, so we're waiting for the dragon to perch. I just want to ask y'all, where do you think my content should go? I'd like to hear some feedback. I've never done any of these like post commentary sorts of things where I do a run and commentate on it. It's kind of Couriway's thing. Other people have done it too, but I kind of want to do my own stuff. But overall, I'm a speedrunner. I'm not a content creator. I care more about getting top runs than like views on a video or whatever. But you know, I have some video ideas, but I just keep putting them off because I want to do runs. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to hear y'all's feedback. So this dragon cuts over here, and with that turn, I can tell it's a perch. And bam, there's a snap. I need to get better at reading perches. I know Feinberg's like really good at it, but anyway, this is a pretty clean one cycle. And not so good with math, but yeah, pretty clean. Bye bed. And in the run, I was waiting for the 15-minute lag. I thought it'd hit right now, but it's a sub 15, which is completely insane. Dude, if I got a sub 15 in the real run, I'd be like, oh my gosh. Anyway, thanks y'all for watching. I'll try to put out some more videos in the future if you guys like this. But yeah, I think the conclusion here is that, second-day trading has a lot of potential, but we probably won't see a run this low, but I'm hoping. Anyways, thanks for watching. See y'all later.